Okay, today's lesson is based on grade 10 stats. It's a teaching lesson, so it's not just exam papers. I'm going to call it part one. We're going to start with a few definitions before we get to stats. So we need to know, what does the word mean? This means average. What is the average? The average is if you had 20 numbers, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you needed to get the average, you would take this and you would divide it by the total number that they is, right? So let's take let's take some values. Let's take 10, 20, 40, 80, right? So what I would do is I would add all of this up. And because there's 4 numbers, I would divide it by 4. It would be 10 plus 20 plus 40 plus 80, which is 150, divided by 4, which is 37.5. That's the first definition. The second definition is to know the word mode means the number that appears the most. Next definition is to know the word range. Range is the maximum or the biggest number minus the smallest or minimum number. But now the next one would be called median. If we go with median would be quartile 2. I'll teach you about quartiles later on. Or the middle number, the number that's in the middle of the data. But this only works when the numbers are laid out from smallest to biggest, ascending order. We can talk about quartiles later, but let's talk about interquartile range. I think it's easier to show you what a quartile is with calculations. Interquartile range will be Q3 minus Q1. And the rest of it should be fine. The rest of the definitions are okay. We get population, we get sample, we get percentile. But sample would be a small, let's say a small group taken from a population and tested, right? Could be scored or observed. If I was interviewing every 1,000 person in South Africa, that would be a sample. The population is the entire collection of possible observations. But that's all the definitions we need to know. Most of stats is calculations, but these ones, these are important definitions. Right, so we will do a few questions just to learn stuff. It says this person writes down the marks for an English test that a students in class got for their first class test and wants to work out the difference, let's say different statistics for the test. She asked you to help her, and below are 31 students scored. Okay. Generally, it is quite simple to deal with questions like this, but it also becomes quite annoying later on. So what we need to do is first, I would like you to put the numbers in order. Whenever you get questions like this in grade 10, put the numbers in order. So that's 4, 13, 19, 21, 28, 29, 34, that'll be 42, 48, 50, 52, 52, 54, that's 56, that's 3 58s, 61, 3 63s, 65, 66, 67, 69, 72. We'll go with another 72, 74, 76, 81, and 87. Now, guys, this normally takes some time. It's not done so quickly. It's just that I did this question multiple times and I also have the answers written down for this thing. So don't be unrealistic and think it took me 20 seconds to put this in order. It takes a little bit more time. So make sure that you don't rush and double check all answers. Yeah. To confirm, they said there's 31 people. So there should be 31 numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So I'm okay that it's in order and understand there's no marks for that. So let's start with the first question. The first question asked us to calculate the mean. So what I would do is I would add all of this. Mean stands for average. I would add all of these numbers, and when I add all of these numbers, it becomes 1, 6. So let me do a few. 4 plus 13 plus 19 plus, you're going to add every single number that's here, and you're going to divide it by the total that is 31, because there's 31 scores. This would equal to 1655 all over 31. Okay. Let's try and keep that one there. Cool. Right. Question B is, if an A is 80% and above, how many students got an A? So if we go to this, we look 1, 2. So only 2 students got an A. 2 students got an A. Okay. Let's go with question C. The word range means I must take the biggest number minus the smallest number. 87 minus 4, which is 83. Okay. Give the median and the mode of the data. Okay. Let's leave the median out for now. Let's go with the mode. So the mode of the data would be the number that appears the most. And if I look at my data, 58 appears 3 times, 63 appears 3 times. So the mode is 58 and 63. Now, guys, I skipped the median because I want to show you how to calculate something. We're going to do quartile 1. We're going to do quartile 2 and quartile 3 at the same time. The word median is just another way to say quartile 2 or middle. So the formulas we're going to use is quartile 1 is 1 over 4 n plus 1, which is a 1 over 4 31 plus 1. Okay. And this would be 8. Now, guys, this value, the 8, I want you guys to understand this is called position. This is position. This is not the answer. You have to go physically count. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is quartile 1. And this only works when everything is in order, when it's smallest to biggest. Now quartile 2. Quartile 2 is 2 over 4 n plus 1, which is 2 over 4 31 plus 1, which equals to 16. Again, this is position. We have to go and count 16 terms. That was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is quartile 2. And remember, quartile 2 is the median. Okay? Quartile 2 is the median. And quartile 3 is 3 over 4 n plus 1, which is 3 over 4 and this is 31 plus 1, which should give you 24. Again, remember this is position. This is not the answer. This is counting. This is position. This is position. This is 58 and 24, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And 24 would be, this would be quartile 3, 6, 7. So this is 67. Done. Now that's all there is to quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4. There is a lot of questions here, but this one example covers most of your syllabus, so let's work with it and try and get it right. Find the interquartile range. So F says to find the interquartile range, and that is just Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 67, Q1 is 42, and the interquartile range is 25. Okay. The next question. Okay. The next question says, how many students got a mark that was less than the average? Now, if I'm not mistaken, the average was something that I didn't calculate. Sorry, guys. The average was 53.39. So all I have to do is go and count. I'm erasing all of this. All I have to go and do is count who got less than 53.39 actually. So 53 falls here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 students got less than the average. Guys, this is like your grade average in your report, so it's the same thing. Now this becomes a bit tricky as well, the percentile of the data. Please understand the percentile is position as well. So let's go with another color. Let's go with purple. Okay, so H is the percentile. So they want the 40th percentile. So the formula you're going to use is you're going to take the percentage number over 100 and n plus 1. Right? You can do that, or you can just do this here. You can just do percentage n plus 1. They want the 40th percentile. So we're going to take 40% multiplied by 31 plus 1. Let me double check that one. So 40% multiplied by 32, and that's 12.8. Guys, please round off properly. 12.8 is 13. And all we have to do is go and count 13 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it is 54. This is the 40th percentile. The answer is 54. Please understand, this is position. You have to go and physically count the numbers. Let's go do the 60th percentile. For the 60th percentile, it's the same thing. 60% times n plus 1. This is 60% into 31 plus 1. 60% times 32, and that's 19.2. For 19.2, please round off properly. This equals to 19. And let's count. If that was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And this was 60%, which is 63. And remember, this is position. That's not the answer. This is where you count. When I say position, it's time to start counting. According to the data gathered in the previous questions, do you think the test was a fair test? Yes or no? I would say yes. The test is fair. I think it's quite easy because 40% of the class got 54. Most of the people passed. Most of the people got above 50%. So generally it was an easy score. And a lot of the people got above the average. So that means that a lot of people got far above the average. So generally, this was an easy test. Okay, guys, we're going to start the next question. The Department of Education interviews 100 teachers and asks them to rate the classes they teach on a scale of 1 to 10. Uh, 1 being very difficult to teach and 10 being very easy to teach. The results are displayed as shown. You can redraw the table and include cumulative frequency. Okay, we are supposed to redraw this table. We're supposed to include cumulative frequency. And I think generally questions like this, it's quite easy. But let's just draw this table and I'll explain to you what the frequency means. Okay, so this is generally a simple table to deal with. The only thing difficulty is adding something, so please don't mess up grade 1 work. But let's start here, right? This is the rating. This is the frequency. And this is the cumulative frequency. Okay? Now, what's going to happen is we have a rating of 1, 2. Let's see if I got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Did I get it right? Not really. But let's see if I can actually get it on. Okay, 10. So this is the rating of 1 to 10. The frequency, if I'm not mistaken, is 3, 6, 8, 9, 12. Plus 3, 6, 8, 9, 12. Guys, I'm just copying this exactly from the book. This would be 18, 17, 15, 12, and no one had like an easy class to teach 0. Okay. Now, what does frequency mean? The fact that a rating 1 is frequency 3 means there's 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. There's 6 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just wanted to show you what frequency means. There's 9 fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 12 fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 18 sixes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 sixes. There's 17 sevens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That was annoying to write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 12 nines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, guys, you didn't have to do this. I just wanted to show you what cumulative frequency is and what frequency generally is. Is there any tens? No, there isn't. Now, cumulative frequency is the first one. See this first one that's here? That's going through there? This is just 3. Then we're going to go 3 plus the next frequency. So 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 8, we're going to continue, is 17. 17 plus 9 is 26. Guys, I'm just alternating because it makes it easier for me to write. 26 plus 12 is 38. 38 plus 18 should be 56. 56 plus 17 should be 73. 73 plus 88. Oh, wait. 73 plus 15 is 88. 88 plus 12 should be 100. and 100 plus 0 should be 100. Now, the one rule about cumulative frequency is the last number is always the total. So we know they interviewed 100 people. Okay. The first question asks us, this nonsense was not needed. It's just put here to show you what frequency was. The first rule is, what is the mode of the data? The mode is the number that appears the most, and we look at frequency. If we look at frequency, the number that appears the most is 6. Determine the median, quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3 from the table. Quite simple. Pay attention, please. Quartile 1 is 1 over 4, n plus 1. Guys, so this is 1 over 4 into 100 plus 1, which should equal to 25.25. Right? We can go and count. We can go and count, or we can go and look, where does it fall? Because it should fall somewhere. Now, there's an easy way and there's a difficult way to deal with it. Let me confirm, because okay, cool. There's an easy way and there's a difficult way to deal with this. I'll show you guys a few shortcuts and we'll work with it, right? Let's do quartile 2. This is 2 over 4, n plus 1. This is 2 over 4, 100 plus 1, which is 50.5. And quartile 3 is 3 over 4, n plus 1. 3 over 4 into 100 plus 1, and this should equal to 75.75. Now remember, when you use this formula, all of this is position. So let's go and find the position. Let's start with 26, right? Now we're going to start with 25 in general, 25.25. We're going to go with 50.5, and we're going to go with 75.75. Okay, guys, so just to confirm again, the rating is the score. The frequency is how frequent that score comes. Like a rating 1 has a frequency of 3. That means there's 3 ones, and it continues. The cumulative frequency is just us taking the frequency and adding it to the previous term and just continuing until we go down the end. Now, the best way to do this, guys, is for us to look at 25.25. 25.25 can't be there, it can't be there, it can't be there. But it can be in 26. So we go one number below. So we're going to say quartile 1 is here. This is quartile 1. Let's go with 50.5. 50.5 can't be there. 50.5 can only be here. So this is quartile 2. I'll show you guys how to deal with it just now after we're done with it. And 75 can't fit anywhere beside there. That's quartile 3. So our quartile 1 is 4. Quartile 2 is 6. Quartile 3 is 8. Now, guys, again, we look at 25. 25 does not fit. Let's change this to red. 25 cannot go into 3. 25 is not, it's too big for 8. 25 is too big for 17. But 25 can fit over here. 25 can go here. That's why we took the rating as 4. If we look at 50.5, 50.5 is too big for here, too big for there, too big for there, too big for there, too big for there. But 50.5 can fit here. So that's why we took quartile 2 there. 75.75 is too big for there. But 75.5 can fit there. And that's why we took this. So all of this just takes practice. It's not too difficult. but it does take some practice. What is the average score of the teachers? Now, guys, there's a difficult way and there's an easy way to deal with this. I would prefer you guys actually calculating. I would prefer you all actually calculating this, and I will teach you all a different table that they just didn't expect. So let me try and draw this table out. So it is a bit of, I would say it's quite a bit of calculation, but it's going to make things much easier, right? Let's use this. I think let's use the rating. I know this is a bit excessive, but let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 5. This table is a little bit too big, guys, but I mean, it gives us some place to write 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So again, we're going to have rating. We don't need such a big line for rating. We're going to have rating. We're going to have frequency. We're going to have cumulative frequency. And then we're going to normally, this is going to be midpoint times frequency, but we don't have that at the moment. But let's start. This is rating, frequency, cumulative frequency, and I want this one to be rating times frequency. And I will teach you guys a few shortcuts, but for now, let's go and answer the questions quite simply. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The frequency is 3, 6, 8, 9, 3, 6, 8, 9, 12. This is 18, 17, 15. 18, 17, 15, 12, and 0. Right? The cumulative frequency was 3, 9, 17, 26, 38. And this 56, 73, 88, 100, 100. Now, this would be rating times frequency. This makes things much easier for you guys. So it'll be 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 8 is 24. 9 times 4, guys. And then we just continue dealing with each part, right? 9 times 4 is 36. 12 times 5 is 60. 18 times 6 is 108. 7 times 17 is 119. 15 times 8 is 120. 12 times 9 is 108, and that's 0. And this is the total. Add up all together. When you add all together, this should be 590, unless I made a mistake, which I hope I didn't. But if I did, we're in trouble. So 590 is the total, and that's all. The mean is easy to deal with. We're going to take the mean, which looks like that. This is the sign for mean or average. And we're going to say 590 divided by 31. And this answer should be 19.03. Ooh, wait, guys. Sorry, not 31. I'm using the previous question. 590 divided by 100. There's 100 people there, actually. This is 5.9. See, guys? So remember, this is the total. That's the total, and that's the number we divide by. And that's all there is to this question. Now draw a histogram for the data. Okay, so regarding this histogram, most likely it's going to be very difficult for me to draw on my graphic tablet, but we're going to try. I'm going to show you what needs to be done. We need to put our rating down, right? We need to put our y-axis as frequency, and you need to show this as graph showing. Please put a label, rating, first frequency of children's scores or scores given by the department, but it's up to you guys. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go with frequency would be 12, right? Go in twos. I can even go, you know what, in ones. It goes to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 0. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, guys, the rest is up to you guys with a good scale. I don't think it's a problem. We're going to go with 1. For 1, the rating is 3. So that will be our frequency. Let's try and take another color. Or let's take just black. That's our frequency for 1. For 2, it would go up to 6. Let's go there. All right, guys, please use a ruler. I'm drawing this freehand because it's a bit difficult. 3 would be, maybe I can't get it, but I think it's going to take too long. Yeah. Okay, cool. 3 would be 8. Was that 6, 7, 8? Go there. And this is what a histogram is. Histogram is basically a bar graph that's touching. 4 would be 9. And you would continue in that part, right? 5 would be 12. 6 would be 18, 15, 16, 17, 18. 6 would be 18. 7 would be 17. 8 would be 15. 9 would be 12. I think there's two 12s if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 9 would be 12. And then 10 would be 0. This is not a very neat graph, but this is the best I can draw at the moment with my graphic tablet. But determine the range and the interquartile range. Quite simple. Firstly, I would like you to know that the range would be the biggest minus the smallest. So the range is easy because the biggest score is 9, the smallest score is 1, so range is 8. The interquartile range is different. Q3 minus Q1. Now for Q3, we have 8. For Q1, we have 4. So the answer is 4. So again, the only part I would think you guys struggled with was Q1, Q2, and Q3. But this can be practiced. We can do lots of examples like this. Okay, so guys, this is called a box and whisker diagram. I think later on we'll learn how to draw it. But when a box and whisker diagram shows up, we need to understand that the first value that you see is the minimum. The last value that you see is the maximum. And each line that's here, that's quartile 1. Okay, so that's quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3. So that's what a box and whisker diagram is. And you and I can answer this very easily. Give the range of the scores that this person receives. So given below is a box and whisker plot for this person's score of 50. She received 20 different dance routines that she did over the last 6 months. Of course, the range is 49 minus 7, which equals to 42. B, give the interquartile range. Interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. So interquartile range is Q3. This is 40. I don't know what number this is. I'm going to estimate as 41. Minus Q1 is, oh, wait. I do know what number it is. Sorry, guys. I wasn't looking. It's 17. And that's 24. Normally, these numbers will not be given to you guys, okay? So don't make mistakes. How many scores did Danielle get between 24 and 41? Okay. Now, this part is tricky. I want you guys to understand every single part of the Venn diagram, of the box and whisker diagram is 25%. So that part's 25% of the data. I'm not saying it equals to 25. I'm saying that this is just 25% of the data. That's 25%. So it's broken up into 4 parts. That's 25%. And that's 25%. Okay? Now this might seem like it's tricky. Maybe it is. But if we look, it says how many scores did they get between 24 and 41? So 24 and 41 is here. It's in the third quartile. This is the third quartile. So that would be 25% multiplied by how many dances she did? 20 different dances. So 20. So that should equal to 5 dance routines. Now, what does this mean? This means that this is 5, the next is 5, this is 5, and that's 5 routines. But that's all there is to this question. How many scores did she get between 17 and 41? That's another 25%. So 25% multiplied by 20 equals to 5. What can you say about the spread of Danielle's scores? I would say, what can I say? You know what, guys? D says how many scores did she get from 17 to 41? So from 17 to 41 is actually 2 parts. So it's 50%. Let's look at it. Say that that's 50%. So that technically equals to 10. Always double check all answers. E, what can you say about the spread of Danielle's scores? Now, this one is a bit tricky. I could say all the low scores are close together. Most likely when she started off, she was very bad. And then she got better and better as time went by. So you can say the low scores are close together. And all the good scores are far apart. So it means she started off very, very badly. And then she slowly got better and better and better. But yeah, all the low scores are far close together and the high scores. The high scores are spread apart. Okay. If Danielle's top 25% of scores occurred in the last 2 months, what can we say about her dancing? So her top 25 is here, right? Because remember each part, see guys, I would just like to show you something. Even if your diagram look like this, even if your diagram look like that, every single thing here would be 25%. So this would be 25%. Let's say, let's say the person did 40 dances. This will be the score of 10 dances, 10 dances, 10 dances. Let's even make this like a tiny part, 10 dances. So even though one part is longer than the other one, it's all 25% of the data. 25%, then this one is 25%, then that one's 25 and 25. So please understand if a top 25% um, occurred in the last 2 months, we can say she improved on 5 dances. We can say she improved um, on the last 5 dances, and she scored between 41 and 49. Okay. Yeah. So that's fine. And the last one is in order to go through the next round, you need to score more than 40. In how many competitions did Danielle score more than 40? Guys, if we look at it, more than 40 is only starting here at 41. 41 to 49 is 25%. So 25% of 20 means she scored more than, I would say, 5 dances, right? So the answer is 5 dances. Why? Because it's 25% times 20, and this equals to 5 dances. And that's all there is to this question.